What's good? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about why you should be starting a personal brand, especially in 2022. And by the end of this video, I will have shown you proof plus some examples as to some people in the coaching and consulting space who have started their personal brand and have gotten way better results, have grown their business exponentially, made more money, yada, 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 more sales calls, the whole shebang. So before we get into this video, if you're serious about growing your personal brand and using it to book more sales calls every single week, book a call down below. You know what to do. And if you want to contact me, best place to reach me is on Instagram. Link is in the description. So let's whip the whiteboard out. I know you love the whiteboard. And I've got plenty of examples as to why you need to be starting a personal brand already, so you can check it out on my channel. But just to really turn the non-believers into believers, my best way of doing this is just by showing examples. So let's start with me. Well, I started my coaching business. Before I started the coaching business, I was actually running a social media marketing agency, and I was spinning my wheels for about a year and a half with that thing. I'm not saying the business model is a bad business model. It was just me the whole time. I was the problem, and I'm just saying I was stuck. Then I started coaching people because what I did before the agency was grow Instagram theme pages. So I thought to myself, you know what? Why am I trying to learn Facebook ads and trying to grow an agency when all this time I have this skill of growing Instagram theme pages? And then in that moment, I thought, okay, I'm going to go back to coaching people. Well, I'm going to go back to coaching people. I'm going to start teaching people about my roots, about how to grow and monetize on Instagram. Lo and behold, 60 days within starting that, so I dropped the agency, and within 60 days of starting it, I booked, well, let's talk about clients. So I signed 2 clients, signed my first 2 high ticket clients. There we go. 60 days within starting my coaching business, I signed my first 2 high ticket clients. And how does this, and it was about, how much was it? It was 1500, 2200. So 3700 rev. I think it was 2200 plus, oh, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, and then 2700 cash collected within 60 days. Okay, bearing in mind, within 60 days. And how this ties into personal branding was because the effort I put in to build my personal brand has a direct correlation as to, you know, signing these clients and how quickly I got the result. And you know, I've got another video explaining how I use my personal brand and even breaking down this whole scenario, how I made 3700 rev within 60 days of starting. I broke down the strategy in another video, so I'll put it up here. So yeah, personal branding makes you more money once you take it seriously. Second thing, this is one of my mentors, Trey, and he is, the way he's branding himself, and this word personal brand gets thrown around a lot, but all it really is, at the end of the day, it's just like, you just really have to be yourself, and just put yourself out there online. That's really the basis of it. And like, think about it for a second. If Trey hadn't been putting himself out online, then he wouldn't be where he is today, because right now he's making about 200k a month from last time we spoke, I think. 200k a month. 200k a month with this coaching business, consulting, with consulting biz. 2 offers, one higher ticket, one lower ticket-ish. Although the lower ticket one is still multiple thousands of dollars. So you make what, you pretty much, you know, come to your own conclusion with that. The way he's marketing himself is through a variety of ways, but right now the main ones are Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, because you got these 2 platforms you can use to prospect and have conversations with, whereas with YouTube, it builds that really deep, long trust and long-term authority and influence. He's been doing YouTube for about, when did he start? Like almost 5 years, I think. 5 years of YouTube. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the amount of content, how big the catalog of content is for this guy? If he's been posting for 5 years, imagine for you. Imagine you post for 5 years straight, just non-stop value for your niche, and the amount of value your channel would have. And this is sort of what I'm trying to build with this YouTube channel. I don't really care about subscribers or views, vanity metrics. All I care about is like, how many calls can I book from this, and how much value am I putting out? And it's genuinely really fun. I've enjoyed this journey. So 2 offers: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, 5 years, YouTube content, and it's really helped them build deep influence and authority. As I said earlier, imagine if he hadn't been planting the seeds for this. He'd be making half as much, if not less. Okay. And then you could also count this, but he repurposes the videos for a podcast, so that helps too. 200K a month, coaching, consulting business. Let's go to my other mentor, Arlen. So he preaches about having a personal brand and building a personal brand a lot. If you've been following me on Instagram, I put up a snippet of one of the podcasts I was listening to from him, and he just goes off for a minute straight about why there's no downsides to building a personal brand, how you really have to be building a personal brand now in 2022. There's literally no downsides. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know what I mean. But Arlen, I don't know how much he's making, but I know it's multiple thousands, okay? 5-6 figures a month. 5-6 figures a month. And what he was doing as well is similar to Trey when he's been doing YouTube for multiple years now. And you know what's funny is he actually didn't start off doing like this coaching, educational business content. He actually started off being a college vlogger. He used to make college videos, college party videos, just all college. And he made that slow transition into self-development. And actually what's really cool is that what I really respect about Arlen is that he bridges the gap between, you know, like your typical college 20s life videos and like niche into self-development, because these are two different worlds, and the way Arlen has meshed these two together is really, I have deep respect for him, and I really appreciate that. As well as his offers really changed my life when I invested into them. So didn't start off with business content, I actually started off with there we go. Now, I just want you to think of, like, again, the consequences if he hadn't been doing YouTube, if he hadn't started at all. Same thing with growing his personal brand, like on Instagram, you know, self-explanatory. He's got 2 offers. Well, I don't know. He's got multiple offers now. Multiple offers. And yeah, he's just doing really well for himself, and I really appreciate that. So how this ties to personal branding is, if you look him up, he's got about, and again, this isn't about vanity metrics, it's just really about building that deep influence and trust in his niche. Look him up on YouTube, look him up on Instagram. Look at the people he's surrounded with. You know, he's got people in his network who have collaborated with people like 50 Cent, with Tom Brady, with David Dobrik. These big names. His personal brand wouldn't have, like, his personal brand really solidified him in making those connections and like really meeting new people and forming those, like, yeah, you know what I mean. High value social circle. And that's another thing. That's what the personal brand helps you do. It helps you build a high value social circle and helps you make connections. Now, you might not care, but think about it this way. If your profile has if you have like no profile picture, no content, barely any content, like a little stupid bio, then you're not going to be able to reach out to, you know, high ranking coaches and consultants or people you want to connect with. Why? Because they don't see you as a high value person. So this is what a personal brand helps you do, is position yourself as a high value person. Iman, let's talk about Iman now. You know this guy. Everyone knows this guy. Whoever's in this internet marketing space, Iman, one of the first people I met. Well, not met, but one of the first people I got introduced to when getting into this internet marketing space. So, as you know, YouTube, ton of subscribers on YouTube, very cult-like following. Yeah, personally, he's been building it since he was a teenager. Been building his personal brand since he was still in secondary school. And that's a long time ago. Okay. Again, think about the catalog. How much value he's been putting out for multiple years now. As you know, multiple offers, or I think he's got like 2 offers, and he branched off into other ventures, like starting his clothing line. But what I'm trying to get across with this video is look these people up, or you probably know these people already, and you know they're at the top of the game. They're top like top 10%, top 1% of people in not only in life but also in the niche. Okay, so, and what do they all have in common? They've been building their personal brand for years and really planting the seeds. Okay. Now, Alex Hormozi, another face you might be familiar with. Founder of acquisition.com. He used to own Gym Launch. I saw this guy come up. Like, I actually saw this guy come up. He started at what, 10K? Around 10, 20K. This is one of the few people where I saw him, you know, rise to stardom. Not that he wasn't a star before, but I saw him start from like 10, 20K on Instagram, and obviously now he's shot up to now. I don't know how many he has right now, but let's take a look quickly. $292K on Instagram, and that's Instagram alone. Like, though, I haven't even taken into account TikTok, because I don't know how much he has on it going TikTok. TikTok, YouTube, obviously making a ton of money. One of the top dogs in the industry. I'll give you one more example. I don't need to explain much with Alex. And then the last example I want to throw in is Russell Brunson. Obviously, founder of ClickFunnels, published .com Secrets, Expert Secrets, and Traffic Secrets. Great books to read. I haven't read through all of them yet, but I'm getting through it. Really love the book. So Russell Brunson, he actually promotes building a personal brand as well in .com and Expert Secrets, and he goes into the very specifics, and I think they're really, really good. And yeah, he's really perfected it. So God knows how much he's making. Multiple, probably like 8 figures. Founder of ClickFunnels. And big advocate for branding. Okay, cool. So these are just some of the handful of examples of people who've taken the leap and started building the personal brand, even if they started from zero, from scratch, and just documented the journey to get to where they are now, or they just were already making a ton of money, but the personal brand just helped add way more to their income. Now just think about this for a second. I want you to think about, what if these guys never built the personal brand? Where would they be? How much money would they be leaving on the table? How much influence would they be leaving on the table? Like how many people would they be like, would still be helpless, if that makes sense? And you know, just where would they be without this? Like how much would it cost for them to take away all this hard work and building of the personal brand? So just think about that. And if you're still on the fence, just, you know, just really think about it, okay? Okay, don't think about it, take action on it, start your personal brand. I don't care where you come from, I don't know which position you're in right now, but just start, just document the journey and you'll be good, okay? So if you're serious, again, link is in the description to book a call. Follow me on Instagram at @TheMattJacob to actually see how I'm doing my personal brand and documenting the journey. And that will be it for today's video. So see you in the next one.